man. Yeah, no problem. Just best view ever. So I'm reflecting a little bit on what it is that is so powerful about this assessment process, and then even more specifically, the schools that are able to take the information and take it one step further and really impact their staff and their program. Like, what are those things? We're looking at what these athletes need from a workload standpoint, how they're able to produce the pitches that they currently do. What are the pitches that are holes and they need to go after this year? How will they be able to do that? What should workload look like for that pitcher based on her ball flight data and her level of efficiency and her motion? There's all of these balls sort of juggling the air to tell this athlete's story. Not only is that powerful in and of itself, but then the coaches who throughout the year, it's not about executing plans perfectly, it's about always making decisions and choices, keeping in mind that all of those balls exist. All of those pieces of the puzzle, all of those cards are on the table, they're out there. So I can't strictly go after something about, this athlete's pitch profile without remembering what other pieces are a part of her stories. A place like Duke, where we are today, they have done such a phenomenal job at being able to do that, not just early on in the season, but throughout the year. And so I'm just excited to be here again and to give them an opportunity to look at, their, even if it's the same pitchers, same pitchers, new year, new stories.
Good vibes so far. Good vibes.
Reach through. Yep, this one you can finish off yourself.
Gonna be tight. Good. Too tight, or are you okay?
Perfect. Awesome.
Too bright?
No. Do you think that there is something now that is sort of central for you in knowing, like, okay, 2 years ago I would not have either done this or not have thought of this, but this year I know, like, we have to get there, or we have to think like this. For you, you want to push the boundaries with a little bit as far as your own level of knowledge, comfort level with putting things on athletes. And it's kind of a broad question, but what would you say to that?
Pitch data has helped us kind of in turn think of different pitch creation, learning new pitches, tunneling pitches well, going all four directions with pitches, and work on our pitcher strengths. I think a lot of pitchers come in and they say they have 5-6 pitches, and I think us as coaches, we need to make sure that we focus on their strengths. And if they're really good at a rise ball, think about maybe tunneling that rise ball with something off speed or anything like that. Just really focusing on our pitcher strengths and not trying to do too much with things. So I think the data that you guys have helped us create and helped us learn and capture is really essential for that.
Giving a little debrief on how the day went. It was great. I mean, I think we always say these go great because they do.
Yeah.
It's fun to work with the athletes. It's fun to work with coaching staffs. If they're returning staffs, you're linked to them in your soul. So that's great. And if they're new staffs, you have so much information to really show them, even on the spot. Something I don't think we talk enough about is when you're returning to a place, how much the athletes know. They're like, turn that around. How much was this? Like, especially when you return to a place and obviously their coaching staff has been using the data, taking what we do, working with them to develop plans all throughout the year. You see it in the athletes. The athletes know what they're looking at. They know what they're going for. That's cool. It like ups the ante. You can't just give the same information to an athlete year after year. It ups the ante on how much they can take in, how much they can push, and how much they can sort of recreate in their story for
They
the year.
evolve, and it makes us evolve.
Yeah, so I like that part about it. It just makes even though we produce the same, or we have the same process at every school, it's unique everywhere we go. So anyway, that's the wrap up.
That's the wrap up. Yeah.
That was long, but that's the wrap up. Now we go back in the car
Yep.
to Charlotte, which we've never been to.
Actually, going to High Point,
Don't know where that is.
pit stop an hour away. Then we'll go to Charlotte in the morning.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay. And first time there.
Yeah.
So we're going from going to a 3-year veteran school to a first timer.
Yeah.
How you like that for variability?
In the heat.
Okay. All right. So we'll keep you updated on Charlotte, staying in the sweet state of North Carolina one more day. For now, Duke Blue Devils, OGX. We out.